G'day guys. So today I want to just touch on something that you possibly know, I don't know, but the 4 top things that are killing people in the world at the moment are heart disease, diabetes, type 1, 2, or 3, and type 3 is Alzheimer's, which is one of the 4, and dementia. And so when you put dementia, Alzheimer's, diabetes, and heart disease together, they're the 4 top killers in the world right now, killing more people than anything else, those 4 combined. Now, somewhat ironically, the biggest money-making market in the world is related to those 4 things. Isn't that ironic? That the pharmaceutical companies are making so much money off these 4 things. Now, I'm not going to go into this today, but I'm going to touch on it. Cancer research, you can look this up for yourself. It's on the American Cancer Association website. You can go and look this up. How much money they have made over the last 5 years. Now, they've made 4.5 or 4.8 billion with a B dollars, and on their website it says there's no cure for cancer. So what the fuck is going on with all this money going into research and no apparent, we can't fix it? No, we don't know. We're trying. We're looking into it. Well, yeah, we're spending a lot of money and time looking into it, but there's no cure. It's no different for the other 4. Cancer doesn't even come in the top 4. So if they're getting 4.5 billion, you can imagine what these 4 are getting, right? Now, they're the biggest money-making businesses on the planet, and when I say businesses, it's all pharmaceutical products, right? And yes, I am anti-pharmaceutical. You know I am. I'm never going to set foot in a doctor's surgery unless I break a leg or an arm or some other thing like that. But the reason that they are the top 4 is because they're all environment and lifestyle related. Every one of those top 4 things that are killing people are the environment you live in and you associate yourself with. And that can be anything from the people that you hang around, poor air quality, poor diet, bad toxic water that you drink. It's just, there's so many things that could go into it. So if it's environmental and if it's your daily choices of how you live and what you're putting into your body, then surely, this is just me, surely you would think, okay, well, I need to change something about myself. Not go to a fucking doctor and say to them, listen, I'm having this and I'm having that, and they test you and they go, oh, you've got heart disease, or high blood pressure, or your cholesterol's too high, or whatever they say. And then they try to put you on a drug, some sort of magical pill to get rid of the symptoms. Stop looking at the fucking symptoms and look at the cause, which is what the pharmaceutical and the medical industry don't do, right? So if you want to get your strength back, gain your power back, and get off pills, because do you know what? The pills you will be on for life. Statins are one of the biggest scams for high cholesterol because it causes so many other things. I'm not even going to go into that today. But statin drugs are one of the biggest selling drugs in the world. So many people on statin drugs because of this high cholesterol epidemic that we're in, which is a load of shit in itself. But what you need to realize is if it's an environmental or lifestyle problem, which those top 4 are, then you need to fix it yourself. You need to work out what the fuck am I doing with my life that I'm so unhealthy, and how can I change that just by changing my diet or what I'm drinking or getting off the prescription drugs I'm on and looking for a natural cure to this. Because I can assure you, the pharmaceutical companies do not want a cure. It kills their business. If they cure you, they no longer have a client. So think about it from that perspective. If you have to go to the doctors regularly, I don't care how old you are, I don't care if you're in your 40s or your 80s, it applies. It applies to every area of your life. Now, if you've got a broken bone, sure, go to the doctors, get it reset, get them to do all things because they're trained in that sort of stuff. And that's just common sense. But if you've got one of the top 4 problem areas in the world. I call them problem areas because they're not really diseases, they're just lifestyle choices, really. That's all they are. You need to change your lifestyle. You need to change your environment. You need to do something to get off the pills and get your strength back. Gain your power back. You need to rebuild your strength. You once had it in your 20s and 30s. And what happens is you do stuff in your 20s or 30s that you can get away with. Your metabolism and your muscular structure will deal with it better. But as we age and we become more sedentary, let's be honest, we all do it. What happens is things change. The biochemistry, the makeup of how your body operates changes. Your cortisol raises and in men your testosterone drops just naturally. So that all plays a part in it. That all plays a part in why we've got beer bellies. And they're not always from beer. Your blood type has something to do with that as well. Some people have beer belly, some people don't, and it can come down to their blood type. And so many other factors. I'm not going to go into that today. The thing I want you to understand is dementia, Alzheimer's, diabetes, and heart disease are lifestyle choices. You choose them. And in a lot of cases, you choose cancer as well. By what you're putting into your body, toxicity, inflammation in your body. Inflammation is the number one driving force behind most, I won't say all, but most diseases around, common diseases around now. Certainly the top 4, without a doubt. So, how are you going to do it? How are you going to take your life back? Take back power, get rid of the pills you're on, which you don't fucking need. Now, I'm not saying that's 100% right in all cases, but I can assure you it's a very, very high percentage. If it's not 99%, it's 98% of people around the world are on drugs they do not need. It's just been pushed upon you by the doctors who get paid by the pharmaceutical industry. It's a giant scam, and yes, I'm going to bang on about it, until probably the day I die. But I look after my health in many, many ways. And the deeper I go into this, the more I'm finding out that your health is in your hands. Please do not put your health in someone else's hands, because that's not a recipe for success. That's a recipe for disaster. So if you want to take your life back, get off the pills, start looking into all areas of your life. What you drink, what you eat, what time you eat. Do you do intermittent fasting, time restricted eating? So 16-8 is a normal time restricted diet. You don't eat for 16 hours, you fast during that time, and you have an 8-hour window in which to consume your calories. And remember, calories are part of it as well. There's good calories and bad calories, obviously, but it all comes down to it. If you're eating too many calories, you're going to put on weight. You're going to potentially cause inflammation within your body because you're having too much sugar, too much carbohydrates, which turn to sugar. There are a myriad of other things that turn to sugar as well when you actually look into this stuff. It is a minefield, and there is a lot of information that you've got to sift through and look at and decipher and apply to yourself. And until you do that, you're just going to keep going to a doctor and getting a pill to address the symptom. The symptoms aren't the problem. The symptoms are a wake-up call. If you've got a symptom of something going wrong in your life, you need to look to the cause of the symptom, not go to the fucking doctor to get another pill, which will give you other symptoms that another pill will address, which will give you another symptom, which another pill will address. That's how it works. It's all about this. Follow the money. Instead of following the money and contributing towards that, use this. Think about what is going wrong with my life right now. What can I change? What little tweaks can I make on a daily basis? And remember, you didn't get overweight overnight, and you didn't develop heart disease overnight, or high cholesterol overnight, or high blood pressure overnight, or dementia overnight, or Alzheimer's overnight. It's years of problematic things going into your body and your environment and your lifestyle that have caused you to be in this place. So look back over that time and go, what did I do and what do I need to change today in order to flip the scenario? Because all those top 4 things can be reversed just by lifestyle changes. All 4 of them. You do not need to go to a doctor. In those 4 scenarios, you do not need to go to a doctor. Don't get me started on the sea monster because that's another topic for another day. However, and for those of you who don't know what the sea monster is, cancer, I just call it the sea monster. So, hopefully this has been helpful. If you've got something out of today, please make a comment, like and subscribe to this channel because that helps get the algorithm to other people to watch this video. Share it with people that you like, or people that you like, people that you know who may benefit from this. And hopefully this video reaches the people that it needs to reach to make them think twice about how they're engaging on a day-to-day basis with their health, with their diet, with their hydration, with their exercise, with so many things. Just think, what have I noticed that's going wrong lately? What has changed? What has changed when I look in the mirror? Why is that there? What do I need to do about it? And stop relying on other people and start taking your own power and your own strength back. Because once upon a time you had it. And if you don't have it now, it's time to take it back. Have an awesome day.